having Tourette's and thought no one would ever find out. For a while, she was untouchable. TicsandRoses became TikTok famous almost overnight, winning sympathy, followers, and even money. But the truth always comes out. And when it did, the entire internet turned against her. Most people know the basics of her story, but in this video we're going much further than anyone else ever has. We'll reveal details.
Hey, I'm gonna let him keep doing his introduction, but the reason I clicked on this video in the first place is because I seen fake Tourette's or something like that. And that reminded me of, I don't know if y'all niggas have seen like the South Park episode back in the day with Cartman, when he realized like you can get all this sympathy and like I think unlimited cuss words pretending to have Tourette's. So he was just running around the school calling people like fat bitches and whores and stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's what this shit. This is what I'm kind of picking up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about the story, but you know what I'm saying? She's the female Cartman, what it sounds like. So, you know, that could be completely random. If you've never seen South Park, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then yeah. But that's the reason I really clicked on this video, because I was like, this sounds like some Cartman shit.
That have slipped through the cracks, new information that's come out in the years since, and the parts of this scandal that nobody has talked about. This is the deepest dive yet into TicsandRoses, how she pulled off one of TikTok's most convincing lies, how it all fell apart, and what happened next. But first, if you guys could please leave a comment down below saying hello, I'll reply to every single one of you. Yes, I really mean that. And it helps push these types of videos into the algorithm. Help showing the world who these people really are. TicsandRoses broke the internet for a hot minute when she opened up and shared what seemed like a raw, vulnerable side of herself, saying she had been living with conditions she had apparently been battling for years.
It's a real evil ass bitch, bruh. Like, I don't think I can watch this whole video, bruh. Her just like capping like she got a disability. Oh shit, bitch! Like, and really like piping this shit up on TikTok. Like, she probably was making racks off the TikTok.
Is autism and the one most people couldn't stop obsessing over, Tourette's syndrome.
Oh.
Pitiful.
Some for the counter. Oh god.
Send this out to the gulag.
Beans, beans, beans. Jump into hell. Oh god. Oh, it's in my hair. Oh, it's in my hair. It's in. Oh, what the hell?
Those two are among the most highly performative diagnoses that keep circulating on the platform, and it's reached the point where many content creators treat being neurodivergent coded almost like a personality trait. Autism, for example, has been explored from every angle, and as for Tourette's, let's just say TikTok has a whole rabbit hole for it. But was this person even actually experiencing any of the conditions she publicly made part of her identity? In this video, let me walk you through the story of TicsandRoses, one of the most shameless fakers TikTok's ever seen.
We can do this. Wow. 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 That's my eye. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? It's makeup. Calm down. I'm really not sure how eyeliner's gonna go. Wow. Bees. 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 Ow.
This is Pod 5, the first.
If I was a parent or something that had a child with autism, not autism, Tourette's, this would like you know, overly piss me off. Because I know that's like a very like tedious, not tedious, but that's a very frustrating thing to deal with, especially you got like a little nigga and he just, you know, whatever his twitch is, it ain't gotta be cussing, it ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Her shit seems to be everything. She got a million fucking twitches. You know what I'm saying? Her shit evolves. I don't know nothing about, I don't know if that is like, is that actually how it works? Like, can your shit like it's always adapting and shit? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like one or a couple different tweaks? Like, please educate me down below in the comments because I don't know anything about it. But if I had a child with this disability, yeah, I probably would be OD pissed. Like this, and it's out a motherfucker that fakes some shit. Like she gonna look like this. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker that ain't ever had no attention when nobody jocking the hoe. Like she was just fiending for attention. And sadly, that's just one of the things TikTok does. TikTok gives a lot of voices and eyeballs to like motherfuckers that never would have had eyeballs if it wasn't because of TikTok. You feel me? Like,
Fix my eyebrow. What's that? What's that? What's that? There's a fish on the floor. There's a fish on the floor. Wow. Oh no. Wow. 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 Oh God.
To get to the root of it all, we need to rewind to 2021. This was when a creator named Emerald, aka TicsandRoses, came onto TikTok. Right from the start, she claimed she had Tourette's syndrome and said she'd been living with it since she was around 6 or 7.
So for me, my tics started when I was probably around 6 or 7, but they had been relatively minimal from then on. And about a year ago, I had gotten treatment for fibromyalgia, and as the pain reduced with treatment and medication, the tics escalated. So for me personally, on higher pain days, I tend to tic less, and when I have a lower pain day, that's when the tics kind of take over. So kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation. And yes, you can have just physical tics without having that verbal aspect.
But even so, her tics didn't seem natural or convincing. Yet she still gained over 500,000 followers who believed what she said in her videos. As time went on, many started noticing more inconsistencies and red flags. One of the biggest issues was how she would make jokes or act in ways that seemed to mock the very disorders she expressed having. But she doubled down, saying she was only trying to raise awareness. And since her username literally included the word tics, her audience expected her to at least show symptoms that matched. But what they observed came across as forced.
Hello in there. Sprinkles. No. It's a jacuzzi for mice. Drown them. Oh, fuck.
she was so lame.
In the pan. No. My noodles.
It low-key seems like real life events, like whenever she's ticking, like some real life shit will like interrupt her tick, and I feel like that's not how it's supposed to work. Like she'll be tweaking out, like she be you know what I'm saying, I ain't even trying to do this shit, but she'll be tweaking out and then she'll waste some water on herself and then she'll like stop tweaking out and be like, water, you know what I'm saying? So I'm surprised she was even like, how long was she doing this shit before she got quote unquote caught? But you would think if you just going mad fucking viral, like a family member or like a student or like a classmate, coworker, somebody would be like, bro, this bitch is lying. You know what I'm saying? I worked Taco Bell with the bitch. She was not tweaking. You know what I'm saying? You would think she would have gotten called out, but.
Oh, I made it in the bowl. Dip. Oh.
This bitch is evil.
Peppa.
That's why I said, like.
Peppa.
Bro, like her shit be like transforming and like she got new tics every day, like new catchphrases and shit. I didn't think it worked. Like I thought it was like the same. You know what I'm saying? Like this really on some Cartman shit. If y'all niggas ain't seen the episode of South Park, this is really on some Cartman shit. It's like she just having fun with this shit every day. She just, doing different shit and then blaming that shit on Tourette's, which again is awful. Send this bitch to the gulag. She is a horrible human. This is insane.
Oh, that's fine. Sorry.
Bro, you know, she don't really got Tourette's, bro. So her people in the dentist office probably like, what the fuck this hoe on? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I've been seeing you since you been a jit, like a little nigga, a little hoe. You ain't never been doing this little tweaking shit. That's why I'm really surprised. How the fuck did this shit go on for so long? How did this shit go on for so long?
Yes. Wow. She stole the teeth. She stole the teeth. Don't steal the teeth. Don't steal the teeth. I bit them. I accidentally bit them. I'm so mortified. I bit the dentist. I can never go back.
Hey everyone, it's Emerald, and today I'm going to rate my most common tics. The most common right now is bee-boo. Like that. I don't really mind that one too much, and it's kind of become the cat's nickname, because I like to bee-boo with the cat. I guess I'd rate that like a 7 out of 10. Another one of my somewhat common ones is saying hello repeatedly. For example, I went to the grocery store and I said hello to the same child like 30 times in a row. Just like hello.
Yeah, she could just summon them hoes.
Yeah, that's more like a 4 out of 10. Another common one is my Tourette's just get super excited and just goes wow over and over again. That'll give them like a 6 out of 10. And probably my least favorite, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, is anytime I see an axolotl, I go, there's a fish on the floor. There's a fish on the floor. There's a fish on the floor. Which is super annoying, and I don't know why. That's like a 2, not my...
Eventually, her little charade started falling apart when her family, her mum and sister, stepped forward multiple times on Reddit, sharing information that confirmed what many had been suspecting all along. She was faking the whole thing. They provided a detailed backstory and explained why she might have chosen to scam people by convincing them her life was miserable because of the illnesses she said she had. So, TicsandRoses was publicly exposed, which led to her accounts being wiped from the platform. But this begs the question, why go this far just to fake an illness online, and what exactly was she trying to prove? Now, this video isn't the first one covering TicsandRoses, but this time we're going to break everything down for you, from the earliest moments all the way to how the internet worked together to figure out the truth about this faker. TicsandRoses became an unofficial voice for Tourette syndrome on TikTok during her peak. At first, it was very admirable. She didn't shy away from it.
I mean, look, I feel it, bro. But like, how did they catch the bitch? Like, that's what I'm...
And would post videos started rolling.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Man, this is awful, bro. This is a horrible human. This is a horrible human. Horrible.
There are flowers just everywhere all the time.
This was also actually one of the reasons she joined TikTok in the first place. She co-owns a small company called Stardust Fiber Studio with a few friends, and often went live on social media like Facebook to talk about yarns and colors. But whenever she did that, the symptoms she usually showed on TikTok didn't manifest, because based on what her followers observed there, she tics everyone to 3 seconds. So the fact that she looked completely fine in this unedited live stream was certainly an interesting early piece of evidence against the legitimacy of her Tourette's syndrome.
Bro, I can't, bro. I'm sorry.
diagnosis, or if she made the entire paper herself using Canva or a Word doc. And while no one can say that for sure, what is certain, the algorithm poured gasoline on the fire. Unlike a search engine, the For You feed guesses what will keep a user watching, and sensational health content consistently outperforms sober medical advice. A 2023 University of Chicago study found nearly half the top TikTok health videos contained factual errors, with the worst affecting or refusing formal fabricated conditions. Hashtag had impacted them or someone they loved. So if there were any signs
Like our Greek.
And all you
that came out of her mouth, things got so bad that she had to ditch her main account. When the dust settled, the only person still committed to defending her was this one loyal friend, holding onto whatever bit of hope was left.
Congratulations, you've successfully bullied someone off of a video app on the internet. You have made the world no better, and no one's lives have been enriched by what you've done. And to all you kids that are still bored enough with your lives to come bother me in the comments of my videos, I'm still supporting Emerald. Their pronouns are they, them. Misgendering comments will be immediately deleted. And get a hobby. For real.
Back with a new account. But like most cancelled influencers, TicsandRoses couldn't stay away for long. She resurfaced with a new account, saying she was done with the Tourette's community and was now changing her content towards spirituality and her business hustle.
I have not gotten through my tics. I just don't record on days that I have my tics because I was literally bullied off the internet. So I do not do awareness for Tourette's anymore, regardless of the fact that I do have a clinical diagnosis.
Now, she did respond to the accusations about faking, but to be honest, at this stage, no one expected any accountability since she has never apologized for all the lies she told. In a pivot, she played the victim card, saying she was deeply hurt by all the bashing, that people were so cruel and vile and harassed her enough that she had to involve the cops. And that was basically her last post before completely vanishing off TikTok. Today, no verified TicsandRoses profile exists. Emerald deleted the handle in late 2021 and has never issued a public apology. Since then, she has resurfaced only in scattered, short-lived pockets. A Yarncraft channel linked to her business, Stardust Fiber Studio, where she appears tick-free, a second TikTok under the business name that posts routine craft updates and likewise shows no symptoms. Beyond these brief sightings, she has maintained radio silence, leaving the community with unanswered questions and a lasting cautionary tale rather than closure. And although this was probably the biggest story a few years ago, there really is one now that should be a hell of a lot bigger than this. Someone that has a much bigger
Hey man, so pretty much the bitch, like, I'm gonna calm down with that bitch word. The female, Miss Emerald, she was capping about Tourette's, got called out by her family members. The whole internet, I guess, did some digging, found out when the bitch started lying, all type of shit. Everybody turned on her, unfollowed her, and she didn't get in trouble for this. She's still doing her shit. She still got a company. That's crazy. I feel like this shit should have been a bigger uproar. Only thing that really happened was the bitch lost her TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess I guess she got what she deserved. I guess. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about Miss Emerald. Am I missing something? Where the hell at right now? You know what I'm saying? Let me know down below in the comments how y'all feel about it. I appreciate all the love and support the motherfucker get. I really do. I swear to God, I'm really grinding. Fuck with me.